We want the farm to be more efficient. Kasi if you allow imported pork to come in, papatayin mo talaga yung local pork industry kasi they cannot compete with the price of imported pork. So nagsimula po siya nung founder, si Dr. Jun and Dr. Beth Punzalan. So they're veterinarians. Tapos they grew up in the industry. Ang parents nung father ko sa agriculture, sa Department of Agriculture. And yung sa mother ko, meron silang hatchery. Tapos meron silang poultry supply. My father worked in Elangco. He worked there as a research analyst. Tapos na-promote siya regional sa Asia. Talagang research sa swine. So when he left the company, he told my mom, sige mag-start tayo ng business. So si mommy, siya yung naghahalo ng feed sa farm. Tapos yung daddy ko yung nagpo-formulate. Tapos yun, they started selling feed additives to farm owners. Kasi yung father ko, since he worked in Elangco, meron siya mga clients talaga. He started out as a consultant. Tapos, nangyari, sige June, formulatean mo naman ako ng magandang feeds para sa gusto ko ganito yung performance nung baboy ko. So, gagawin nila ng mommy ko yun dun sa farm ng lolo ko, sa feed mill. Ganun siya. Tapos, after that, uso kasi, syempre, Philippines, sabong talaga. Sabong. So, nag-formulate yung father ko ng dewormer na pang sabong. Tapos, so those are the two products they started with. Yung parang meat enhancer for pigs and yung dewormer pang sabong. Pero eventually, down the line, they really focused sa farm production. So, ang gusto nila is, we want the farm to be more efficient by parang maximizing yung efficiency ng produkto. And then, we started importing semen, pig semen, to improve yung genetics ng mga current stock natin sa Philippines. And then after that, syempre, yung semen namin would come from Spain pa. So, galing siya sa Spain, tapos punta siya sa Philippines, tapos ina-deliver sa farms. And then eventually, we started producing our own under the license ng partner namin sa Spain.
Semen Cardona Filipinas performs semen collection using an automated semen collection system. In this system, quality of semen is ensured through the use of isothermal lining for collections under the conditions of optimal cleanliness.
We have several breeds depending on the requirement of the farm. So, for example, every farm kasi they have their breeding goals. So, kunyari ako, my goal for my farm now is to increase the number of piglets born. Ganon. So, we give them a type of breed to address that. For example, ito namang goal ng farm na to is, I want, there's a certain weight I want them to achieve at this period of time. So, we give them a breed for that. And then, for example, I want my pig na may marbling sa gitna. We give them a specific breed for that. So it really depends on the farm's breeding goals. Parang before ASF talaga, doon na yung parang the possibilities were endless. Parang for pigs. Alam mo, in a way, ASF happened to teach the Filipinos din. Kasi if you compare how the farm management practices of the Philippine pig farmers sa practices ng mga neighboring Asian countries lang, ang dayo. As in, basic foot bath dati, wala tayo. So talagang, you're inviting disease. So, yun ang most important na naturo ng ASF sa Filipino farmers. You can never neglect biosecurity. It's essential. Hindi mo lang dapat isipin it's a holistic thing eh. If you want a profitable farm, biosecurity, the breed, farm management, it will go hand in hand. Parang without one, you lose everything. The other products for the pets, parang they just noticed na, dumadami na yung pets. So they started making dewormers, tapos antibiotics, shampoo, ganyan. And then, they started to bring, nung 2004 sa Philippines, yung microchip pang-aso. Kasi, like in other countries, it's already mandated na you have to microchip your dog because it will help control the population and control rabies. So that's why like sa other countries, control nila yung mga ganon because they have proper monitoring. So that's what they wanted. Sige, kasi may mandate pa before in Philippines na rabies free by this time. So they brought in the microchip. Tapos we just started adding based on yung mga needs ng client namin. Kasi veterinary clinics talaga yung cater namin eh. Pero if you would remember, yung mga vet clinic dati, yung mga yung parang home vet clinic lang. So, ang concern lang talaga ng mga pet owners is paki-deworm, paki-bakunahan ng rabies, tsaka yung mga 5-in-1. So, ang products namin, focused on that lang talaga. Yung mga pang-surgery, kasi gusto paki-kapon. Ganun lang. Or, nagtatae. More on ganun lang. Yung, kumbaga parang ang vet dati, bumbero lang eh. Yung pag may sakit, sige, ayusin mo, ganyan. Pero ngayon, wellness na talaga eh. Like, it's animal wellness. I remember before, kasi ang pet shop, minsan poultry supply din siya, diba? So, talagang minsan may pansabong. So, as in, steady naman yung pansabong eh. As in, hindi talaga siya bumababa eh. So, ang dami namin clients na sasabi, magtatayo pa ako ng poultry supply, ganyan. Tapos, doon sa poultry supply nila, napansin namin unti-unti, sige, bigyan mo nga ako ng shampoo ng pang-aso. Parang, parang agri-vet. Nag-start, parang unti-unti sila nagdadagdag ng products na pang-aso, shampoo lang eh. Tapos, dewormer na, tapos naging kasama na antibiotic. Minsan, may mga pang-prescription pa. And then recently, grabe yung sa pets, di ba? As in, ang wild, lalo nung pandemic. So, we started added yung mga cat litter, more on consumables na, hindi na prescription. So, kaya nag-expand din talaga yung product line kasi hindi lang siya for treatment. Ngayon, may preventive care na, may supplements ka pa, tapos may accessories ka pa, tapos yung minsan din na kailangan may pabango pa, as in, dati ang bowl ng tao na hindi mo ginagamit. Ngayon, bowl as in stainless steel, na may rubber, na may pangalan pa. So, grabe ang spending for pet ngayon. Hindi na siya as compared 20 years before na, kailangan ko lang ng taga-kahol dyan sa labas. Ngayon talaga, di ba nga, fur mom, fur baby. So, parang ngayon talaga, yung peak, I would say.
At ang ating ilulunsad na programa sa lungsod ng Pasig, ito po ang ating pet identification program or project through microchipping.
This is just the beginning of the work that your government has initiated, and hopefully within next 5 years, not only that Pasig will become a safer city, and we can say that Pasig is advocating responsible pet ownership.
Currently, we're also expanding our product line sa ruminants. Yung those who have 4 stomachs, baka, cattle, goat, ganyan. So, recently, meron na talagang growth ngayon in cattle, 'di ba? Like Bukidnon Milk Farm. Tapos sa Cebu, may mga nagtatayo ng mga goat farm for the milk. So, that is parang that's unit na we're exploring. Kasi we used to bring in semen also, cattle semen, which is easier. Kasi pig semen, parang you can't freeze it. It's very sensitive. So it's always at 15 degrees. Parang you have to maintain that temperature. Pero for cattle, very robust yung semen nila. So, you just put them in a nitrogen tank. Ano yan? Habang buhay. basta hindi na uubusan ng liquid nitrogen. I think sa Philippines naman parang, especially sa private, parang you would always want to be food secure. So if you have a farm, talaga iniisip mo, if it's not pigs, what? I think for the next 5 years, hindi talaga tayo makakita ng improvement sa swine because of, thankfully, kasi meron kami, yung feed additive namin, in-expert namin siya. So, thankfully, yung mga neighboring countries natin, parang they have controlled the disease. So, nakakapag-export kami. So, yun yung parang nagbabalanse sa amin ngayon. And yung sa pets. If you have a vaccine that has worked in other countries, tapos, for example, you see it in Vietnam, it worked already, madali na lang i-adopt yan sa Philippines. Kasi, ang dami talagang pig farmers na andyan pa rin yung facility, what will you do with the facility, diba? If I'm willing to parang revive my pig farm, how much of a risk am I willing to take? But if there's a vaccine, parang that will take away a lot of that risk. Eventually talaga, you have to go back. You have to produce pigs pa rin. Kasi, import ka lang ng import. Di naman maganda yun. Kasi, if you allow imported pork to come in, papatayin mo talaga yung local pork industry. Kasi they cannot compete with the price of imported pork. So, they really have to strike a balance doon. Kailangan, regulations are very important, lalo na sa recovering industry. So, that's what we are hoping for talaga, na yung very streamlined and implemented yung support sa local commercial farms. And I think it's impossible naman na you will allow the Philippines to become a country na hindi food sufficient.